boys and girls, Mrs. Morehart, and today our learning target is looking at fractions and saying I can use fractions to tell about parts of a group. So I'm going to put a flower, if it doesn't fall down, a frog, and a dragonfly. And I'm going to notice that I've got three objects here. And if I have all of them together, it would be 3 out of 3. Which, with fractions, then means it's equal to 1. If I'm going to have all of them, that's my whole group right there. But I'm going to try and change this around a little bit, and I'm going to say, well, how many of these objects in this group are green? And if you take a look, you can see that the frog is green, and so is the dragonfly. So out of 3, there's my denominator, 2 of these are green. So I have 2/3 there that are green. Let's see if I can change it around a little bit and maybe add in something else. So now I have 4 objects. We've got 2 flowers, I've got my frog and my dragonfly. So out of 4, how many of these objects are flowers? And that would be 2. So 2 out of 4. Which, if I were to pull these apart like this, you can see that this side is exactly the same as this one. So I actually can change this and say 1/2. So half of the objects are flowers. Let's take a look and see what else we can do if I add in a few more things. So now I've got how many objects, and I'd like you to write this down in your math duotang. How many objects do I have up here? I have 6. How many objects that you see up here are green? And once again, we have 1, 2, 3 objects that are green. So it would be 3 out of 6. And we can see we have the same amount over here. We have 3 objects. We have 3 objects there. So 3 out of 6, or 1/2. Okay. Let's try it with something a little bit different. If I add in this many objects, I can play around with my ideas, and I can maybe say to myself, how many of these objects are geometric shapes? So I'm going to make it a little trickier. And we've got a square, diamond, and rectangle that are geometric shapes. So 1, 2, 3 are geometric shapes, but out of how many in total? You can count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 3 out of 8 are geometric shapes. So what your task is, boys and girls, is to look around your house, get some objects, maybe take 4 to begin with, and see if you can talk about those 4 things using fractions. So for instance, if you got a large fork, like a dinner fork, and you were to get a dessert fork, and you were to get a spoon, you would have 3 objects, and you could say, well, how many of these objects are forks? It would be 2 out of 3. So have a little bit of fun going around your house and finding different objects and writing them down or drawing them in your math booklet, and then doing a fraction to represent that. Okay? Have fun with this, boys and girls. When I talk to you during your individual conferencing times, I'm going to be asking you, what have you been doing with fractions? All right? So have a little fun, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.